Let's build a quick map. Okay, let's add some more details. Let's say that we want a fence. I'll choose this one. I'll put some fences. Let me delete this one. Not too many. And maybe I want to add more houses. Let's add a different one. Okay. I'm holding the shift and I'm picking this tile, so I'm moving faster. I can build a row to this house, maybe to this one too, and so on. Okay, maybe I want here to add something like a fountain, if I can find it. I don't know where it is. Okay, fountains, I found it. Let's put it here somewhere. Maybe I want to add some stones around. Okay. Let's add, I don't know. Okay, let's add a lake somewhere around here. Okay, I think it looks pretty good. Maybe let's add something in the middle. So this is how the auto tile looks. And yeah, you see, I can see how I drawn the raw textures around them, so I can see how much free space I have between those textures. Now I'm turning it back on. Let me turn the grid off and let's place multiple trees around. I don't know, maybe the map is too big, so let's make it smaller. So let's delete from the top about 20 tiles. It's still too big, but it doesn't matter. Let's add some trees around the houses to make it look better. Let's add some storage to make it look more live. On the sides, I don't know. I'm trying to add some details around here. Maybe more trees. Okay. You can see that, like I said, it paints everything where it should be painted. So you don't have to, okay, not in front of the door, but you don't have to deal with the order of rendering. So this is cool. Let's add some NPCs. Why not? Let's add this one here, maybe one in front of the house, maybe this one around here and here. I don't know. One more in front of this house. Let's go for some yeah, maybe add more details, more bushes around here, different kind of bush. I'm just adding some more detail around the map, that's all. And I forgot to mention, let's save it. So we don't want to lose those saves, so I'll give it a name, save it. Okay, and now whenever I add something new, I have the quick save button. It's Ctrl S, but I'll just press it. And yeah, now it's disabled because it's already saved. But every time we add some new modifications, it's enabled again, obviously. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. So let's export this for the game. So there are multiple types of exports. Maybe you'll use some of this one, but I'm using the dot level. This is a custom one. It's used by me. I'll give it a name, my game. Okay, so it exported successfully. Let's check it out. So it exported the NPCs layer, the objects layer, and the tile layer. Let's see how it looks like. The first row, it's the size of the map, so 100 by 80. Okay. And it's the same for every other layer. And let me show you what this one is useful for. So we have an export use IDs list, okay? What does this do? Well, let me show you. I'll export this and let's open it up. It exports a list for every tile, object, and NPC of only the IDs which are used on your map. And what is this useful for? Well, let me close the application, open it again. But before opening it, let me copy this inside my assets folder, inside the settings and the default used IDs. Paste, okay. And let's open it. Now this is the checkbox that we briefly talked about. If we check this one and press OK, the application will only load those tiles which are mentioned here, those objects which are mentioned there, and the NPCs there. Let me load the map. It's this one. This is useful because after you exported a save for your game, maybe you don't want to use all the objects and the NPCs and the tiles from the assets folder, because you don't want to add those unused textures in your game. And then if you know that the map which you exported has those textures in your game already, you can check that, and every modification you add in your game, yes, will not impact what you already added in your game. So if we modify by doing this and we export it again, it will be safe to import in your game, I guess, and you don't have to modify anything because all those textures are already defined in your game, right? Okay. Let me export this again. Let me save. I'll export it again. The name was my game. It will override them because I gave the same name, right? Now let me add them to my game to show you how easy it is, at least for me, because I have those objects defined in my game. So I'll move the objects layer. My game is called Greetings Land, by the way. It's work in progress, of course, but I'll override the save. And I need the NPCs and the tiles layer in my textures folder. War populate. I'm sorry, it's in the war map. Yeah, it's here. And the creature map one, it's this one. And the world one is this one. Let me start my IDE. And I need to refresh the data. What happened here? So I'll just run it. Like I said, it's a work in progress, but I just wanted to show you how my game works. And I forgot to export the image. Give me a second. Let me go back in TileMaker application. Let me load it. And we can also export the image. Okay. The image was exported. And it's quite big because it contains all the details from the game. And if the map is huge and the image is too big, it will scale down the resolution for the images. And yeah, that's useful. That's what I wanted to show you. I will not add that one to my game also, but because it's just a preview. But let's take this, I don't know, 17 by 49. This is what I told you that the position is useful for. So I'll go in my game saves and edit this one. Coordinate 17 by 49, I don't remember. Yeah, 49, that's okay. Good, let me go back to my game and run it. And now my player is positioned exactly at that coordinate, right? Yeah, and I can go around the map with all those objects which we defined. This map doesn't represent what we see, so ignore this. It's, like I said, a work in progress. This one also. But yeah, what I wanted to show you is that it's easy to export, easy to import in your game, and easy to use, I guess. And you don't have to set the render position for every object because it does this automatically. And this was important to me because managing multiple layers for the same map, it's a hassle for me. Here should be a fountain somewhere, right? Ah, okay, so here it is. So I wanted to show you how some of the maps could look like after you finish with them, because I built a few of them. For example, this looks like a cozy interior. Yeah, the map is big, but I used it to just showcase some of the textures which you can use and make it bigger and so on. You can extend on it. It's quite easy, and it looks quite cozy if you ask me. Anyway, this is just an example, I guess. Maybe this one looks better here. Okay. Another one would be, for example, I like this one. It's also quite cozy. I don't know, it's just those are some things which I tried while building the application. I'll just turn off the preview so it looks better to you. Yeah. And my main map would be this one, but it's quite big. It's like 400 by 400 ish width and height map. Let me turn off the grid. Yeah, this would be my main map with quite a few smaller villages, like this would be one of them, and with a river floating here and some bridges, some enemies around, another small village. Yeah, and this is a small dock, but we also have a bigger town, quite a big one, with an open market and quite a few NPCs around. Maybe a church. I also added a church, a mansion. Yeah, there are quite a few details, quite some details here around this part. And yeah, this is a bigger city, which also has some ships and an opening to the sea. And yeah, I'll also add a treasure around here. I don't know. I try to add more details, and I'll also have this fast travel zone. Yeah, so this is what you can do with this application. It's quite optimized. It's quite smooth. It moves quite quickly, even though it's a huge map. Anyway, it's a big map. You can see how many objects and NPCs and tiles I have on it. So yeah, it's quite smooth. And when I exported it in my game, it's also it runs well and it exports well. So I think that's it. That's what I wanted to show you guys. I wish you all to have a great day. Bye bye.